look at this little tiny little shrimp we've got. And we've got a lure that looks just like it. So we're gonna put some little shrimps on these lures and see what we catch. Look how natural that looks. Beautiful presentation right here. All right, let's give it a cast. Holy shit. We got two. And our bag is filling up.
Grandma will be happy.
One tiny shrimp. So we're gonna tie on one of our skippy rigs today. And the special part about this is that I've designed these little lures on the end of it to look like little shrimp, to look like little minnows, and they also glow in the dark.
Hey kids, watch this! New Better Blocks glow in the dark.
So these work really well to just catch anything that wants to eat a little shrimp or a little minnow, which is a lot of things. We're gonna pull this side, and they just start coming out. And the great part about these skibiki rigs is that you can cut it right here and just use 2 hooks at one time, or you can use all 5. I'm gonna cut it down to 2, and then I can use these later. Depending on where you're from, you have to check how many hooks you're legally allowed to use. So I'm just gonna tie it to the top right here. And then on the bottom, we're gonna attach a little sinker. If you look carefully at these, they do look like little shrimp. And I caught some little shrimp earlier with my net. They look very similar. And what we're gonna do here is just put a shrimp on, or we don't even need any shrimp because these lures are enough to attract the fish themselves. We'll put a shrimp on like this. See that? They look very similar. I also have some freshly made squiddy bits, which is our fresh preserved squid. It's in our special salt and preservative mixture. What we're gonna do here, just gonna cut a little bit of the tentacle off like this. You can honestly just take the whole tentacle like that, take it off, cut into little tiny strips like this. A little bit will get you far. You don't need too much. This is the tentacle. These work really well for jigging. But this is the slab right here. And this slab works really well if you want to cut it into whatever shape you want. For bigger fish, for smaller fish, but we can cut it into a little strip like this. If you want to make it smaller, you can go smaller from there. Okay, so we've got squid, we've got little mini shrimps here, and we've got just these lures themselves. The lures themselves catch fish, but it's always helpful to put a little bit of fresh bait on there to kind of entice the fish. We put a little tentacle like that. And now the best part about this squid is it's so tough that it does not get ripped off right away. Whereas these fresh grass shrimp that we caught, they get bitten off in one little bite. So I'm in about 10 feet of water right now, under a bridge. Just picked a random spot and we're just gonna drop it straight down and see what happens. Oh, I'm on already. Oh yeah. That was right away. This is called a white perch. Absolutely delicious fish. And that's what we're here to catch today. We're catching white perch and we're gonna cook them up in a really nice meal. That's a good size. I think this will be about average size today. We'll just put them in our bag and we're done. Put another piece of bait on. See, one perch takes the bait right away. So what we're gonna do is put some squid on this one and see if that works better. The little lures glow in the dark, allowing fish at the bottom to see the bait a little bit better, even if it's not dark out. The bottom of the water, at the bottom of the ocean floor, is going to be darker. So having that little bit of light helps attract them. It's also really fun to catch catch him on this really light line here. We're catching him on really light line and these little pieces of squid. Wow. That one's a little bit small, so I'm gonna let this guy go. I'm feeling the sinker touch the bottom, then I'm bringing it back and bouncing it. I'm bouncing it off the bottom back to me. Wow, these little shrimps are getting taken off in just one little peck. So I gotta put another one on, put it through the head, just like that again. Put it back out, see if this time we'll actually get something. That's why it's fun to catch fish on really light setup. This is only a 6 foot rod. I'm using like 10-pound line on here and a small little reel, and we're just vertically jigging right here. That's one of my favorite ways to catch fish. Just sit here and just relaxingly up and down, up and down. You'll feel something, give it a tug, then you set the hook. What a white perch. See, keeps all the bait on here still. That's what's nice about using this bait, but they'll bite without bait. It just seems like when you put a little bit of fresh bait on there, it catches fish faster. I think we might want to move to find better structure, because these fish like to hide on structure. That's a little striped bass. Look at that. That's a baby striped bass. These guys get really big. Just let them go. Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Getting a little bit bigger. See all the bait still on there? Now these are what are called panfish. They're called panfish because they fit perfectly in a pan. You take the scales off, you take the gills out, take the guts out, and you just pan fry both sides. Ooh, it's a delicious fish. This time I'm gonna try hooking another one through the tail because the head seems to just be crushed in a second. Maybe this will hook it a little bit better. So backwards this way. That looks nice too. Woo. Now the fish just love, they're keyed in and they just love eating these little baits like this, because it's just such an easy snack. You know, just think about it like this. You know, you're walking down the street, you find a little peanut M&M on the floor, you're not gonna just pick it up and eat it right away. It's just so easy, it's a free little snack. So we're gonna use the rest of this skibiki rig on this other rod. I'm just gonna attach this using line to line, the uni to uni knot. And if you don't know how to tie these knots, I really suggest you learn how to tie a few of these basic knots. And I show you how to do all this stuff on my website, HeySkipperOfficial.com. Plenty of things for you to learn. Right? It's just such a simple way of fishing that catches you fish almost every single time. When you downsize your hooks, you're able to catch a lot different fish. I'm just gonna put a little piece of squid on here, that for a little bit of flavor. Take them to Flavor Town. Now we got our second rod set up. This won't be for you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Vertical jigging, what you do is feel the sinker hit the bottom, pick it up, let the sinker hit the bottom again, pick it up, let the sinker hit the bottom again. And underwater, this looks like a shrimp dying or a little bait fish fluttering around. It's a very attractive way to entice fish. I'm not only vertically jigging, I'm also I'm casting it out there and just bringing it in really slowly, jigging it back like this, just trying to mimic a little bait fish or just trying to mimic a little grass shrimp. And you want to do little movements because little tiny things don't move really, really fast. They don't move that far. They just have little twitchy movements. And what you want to do is kind of replicate something like that. It's just fun to trick a fish into biting your lure. That's 3 species of fish on this little tiny lure here. I can cut that up and use it for bait for a striped bass. I can use this for a lot of things. And that's all on one little piece of squid on this little lure looking thing. striper?
No.
No, it's a nice perch. Good job.
Thank you. I'm so happy. I love these.
Ooh, nice one. Saw that. You got two. First doubler. And I got one too. Yeah. Now I'm on. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, they love to eat these little grass shrimp looking things. Look.
I haven't even needed to rebait yet. Ah! You feel I'm just like doop, 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 doop. Ah! I got it!
Got it?
Ah, I missed it! Get it! Oh.
Does he eat it?
I said, get it!
They're biting it.
I know, they're crazy.
Good one. Look at that. That's a decent one. And our bag is filling up.
Grandma will be happy.
This is just such a really relaxing and chill way to catch fish. Just being out here on the water in a small little boat, casting under the bridge with little lures, little hooks, catching fish nonstop. This is great for like if you're taking a beginner out fishing or if you're going with someone who doesn't have much patience. One after another, that's really what helps get people into fishing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's awesome. Now these fish are so tasty. They're like a really flaky white meat. Perfect size for the pan. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I'm gonna put an even tinier one on. So look, now it smells like it. This little lure smells like it. The lure looks like it. Even though it's such a small little shrimp, it's gonna bite it. I bet you anything. All right, this time when I get one, I'm gonna set the hook and leave it there and see if another one comes along like it too. That's the like fourth species or maybe fifth species. This is a croaker here. Yeah, it's just a little croaker, but it's a croaker. I told you, so many different kinds of fish will like to eat a little minnow like this or a little grass shrimp, tip with a piece of bait like this. You're gonna get fish non-stop. Whoa. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. Holy cow. Yeah. Oh, it bit the one with the squid on it. Because all the shrimp got bitten off already. That's a keeper. What I've discovered is that these shrimp work really well. As soon as I throw it down there, it gets bitten and eaten up right away. But one peck, and you can just expect all your bait to be gone. So we're gonna switch over to using this salted baits right here. This squid works really well. This already looks like a grass shrimp. So I'm gonna be using a combo of grass shrimp and the smell of the salted squid. That's a great little setup right there. Piece of squid on the back of what looks like a little minnow or a little grass shrimp. Oh yeah. You see, these baits last forever. Grass shrimp last maybe 1 second. They work really well, but I lose it right away. With this squid here, it just lasts for so many fish over and over and over again. I haven't changed out my bait this entire time, so you can either catch your bait for free or buy a pack of my bait and it'll last you for a really long time. It also just saves you time. Look at this, one after another. It saves you time because you don't have to keep rebaiting it. Croaker. And every kind of fish bites it. I catch so many different kinds of fish here. goal today is to catch enough perch to bring it home to save for some food for grandma. And also, I want to do a catch and cook some of this perch up and show you some of my favorite ways to cook up these little panfish. If you can't tell, it looks like it's about to storm really bad, so we got to get out of here. The fish are still biting, but it's not worth it. I don't want to get hit by lightning, especially by holding our lightning rod out in the middle of the water. This is a bad time to be on the water. So I'm really excited you guys joined me for this. It was really fun to use these little shrimps and these little lures to catch all these fish, and I say it was a great success. Take a look at how many fish we got. We're gonna take it back home, cook it up in a few different ways, and show you guys how we like to do it. I just want to thank you guys for watching. This is such a fun time to come out in the water and just come with your friends and come with your family. It's just a really great time to bond. And also, you get to catch fish to eat yourself. And that's the best part, in my opinion. Here at Hey Skipper, I want to teach you guys exactly how to get on fish and encourage you guys to just keep getting out there and exploring our natural world. There's nothing more healing and nothing more like satisfying than coming out here and catching a bunch of fish, bringing it home, cooking it up for your friends and family, and to me, that's my favorite thing to do. Comment below, what's your favorite kind of fishing to do? What's your favorite fish to eat? Leave a recipe down below. Thank you guys for watching. You can get our skippy rigs and you can get our squid bait on our website, HeySkipperOfficial.com. We have plenty of stuff on there just to get you right on fish. If I were you and you want to do something like this, get yourself a 10-pack of these skippy rigs, get yourself a few packs of these baits, and you see this bait here has lasted me the entire time. One tentacle will be good for a bunch of fish. So here's some fish. I picked some more of the medium-sized ones because I feel like the medium-sized ones are sweeter. They're easier to pan fry. They'll take a little bit longer to clean, but whatever. So what I'm gonna do here is just cut all the fins off. I've already scaled them. And now we're just gonna cut all the fins off. Now I'm gonna cut the gut innards out. And you see this gills here? We're gonna cut the gills. One motion. See that? Everything comes out. Now we're gonna give this a rinse. Now we're gonna cut slits into it. And this will help firm up the texture a little bit. It'll season the meat a little bit, make it taste a little bit better. Bring out the flavors, the natural flavors of the fish. Final step is we need to dry it off with paper towels here. Because when we fry it, you don't want any of that water to splatter in the oil. You want this as dry as you can get it. So I'm gonna stuff the belly with tissue paper like this into the head. This is really good.